Hello, my friends. I'm Cindy Nierenberg. I'm on a journey to lose 65 pounds, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is week 40 of my journey. And it's interesting because on week 40, I'd learned a really good lesson. And this week, I'm probably going to be more vulnerable than I have ever been in the past. And I'm not comfortable doing that, but I'm making myself do it because I want to solve this issue for me and for other people out there as well. So I got on the scale. Remember last week I forgot to weigh, so I thought I'm just going to wait for another week to go by. So it's been 2 weeks since I last weighed. I about had a heart attack when I got on the scale today because my weight is up 4.2 pounds in 2 weeks. So I was at 221.2 this morning. I was at 225.4. And I'm trying really hard not to make that number mean something about me, which is a gain of 4.2 pounds in 2 weeks. So when I tell you that this week is going to be more vulnerable, this week I am trying something new because what I have been doing has not been working for me in the past. And that doesn't mean I haven't learned a lot from the pieces of information that I've been experimenting with. But one of the things that I am learning in my Psychology of Eating coursework and my Life Coach coursework is that our thoughts create feelings in our body, and then our feelings drive our actions, and our actions create our results, right? But it all starts with a thought. And I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is that darn feeling part. Like, I just want to skip over that. I used to laugh and say, I'm probably one of the most emotionally constipated persons you will ever meet, right? I just don't like to pay attention to feelings because they're messy, right? Thoughts are succinct. Thoughts you can deal with. Actions, I know exactly what to do with that. Give me a plan, I'll implement it. But it's the feelings that get in our way when we experience emotional overeating. And that is my biggest problem. So I decided this week, especially after I got on the scale this morning, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to look those feelings in the eye and I'm going to figure this out. So this morning, I thought, what am I feeling? If I had to name a feeling, and literally, guys, I had to look up a list of feelings. This is how bad I am at this. I had to look up a list of feelings, and the feeling that I came up with this morning that I was experiencing was empty. And by empty, I needed to feel like, what does empty feel in my body? Because empty, I want to take it cerebrally again, right? Go back up to the brain. But no, let's think about it. How does empty feel in the body? For me, empty feels like there's this hole in my stomach. It feels kind of dark. It feels alone. It feels uncomfortable. Empty is kind of this very low vibration in my body, lack of energy. Does it mean anything about me? No, it just means I'm experiencing an emotion. And what I'm trying to learn is that I can sit with an emotion and not do anything about it, but just kind of understand the emotion and then maybe even think, what is this emotion trying to tell me? What can I learn from this emotion? Like, I've never done that before. So you may think I'm crazy, but that's where I'm going, because it makes sense that if I'm experiencing a feeling of emptiness, that's when I start overeating to fill up that emptiness. And when I experience that later in the afternoon, right, I look back on my day and go, well, I didn't fill it up with enough stuff. I didn't get enough stuff done. So then I continue to feel empty. It's interesting. isn't it? I'm not quite sure what to do with it right now, other than to just sit with it for a little bit and not try to push it away, because that is what I do when I'm overeating. I'm trying to push away any discomfort, any feeling that I don't want to face. And I really need to turn around and look it in the eye. So that's what I'm doing this week. I also thought, when I'm feeling empty, is it because I don't have enough to do? Is it because I'm not needed in a way that I used to be needed? Like, I used to be helping take care of my parents. I'm not doing that anymore. I used to be much more instrumental in the lives of my girls. I'm not having to do that anymore. I used to be going to work as a speech pathologist every day. I'm not doing that anymore. I need to figure out how to fill up the empty with something other than turning to food. So that's what I'm doing. I do want to give you a heads up. I will not be doing a video next week. I'm filling up my empty by going to visit a girlfriend. I'm leaving my family here at home and heading off to visit an old friend, and getting together with an old colleague and a friend. And I'm looking forward to that. So I will see you next week. No, I won't. I'll see you in 2 weeks with good news. But this week, I'm going to fill up my empty. Thanks for listening.